Chapter 4. Hidden Underneath. Bond, along with Felix, boarded a second smaller plane and took it the rest of the way to the island of Jamaica. While boarding the plane, they were immediately swarmed by crowds of tourists and locals going every which way. "We must come here sometime in the off-season," Bond joked. "I wasn't aware that Jamaica had one," Felix answered. Amongst the chaos of the small airport, Felix's phone started to ring. He excused himself from Bond's company, and Bond still looked around. Bond then had a wave of déjà vu hit him. He thought he recognized someone amongst the people. He motioned to Felix that he was walking a little bit away, and Felix waved. He also tapped the side of a jacket that he was wearing. Person after person were getting in Bond's way. Bond would push and shove his way through everyone until he reached his target, a lovely lady. "Barbara?" Bond questioned. "Well, Mr. Bond, what a coincidence! I didn't expect you to come rushing back here, let alone to me that quickly."
"Believe me, the surprise is just as much for you as it is for me. Have you just arrived again? By yourself?"
"I, much unlike you, didn't have to leave rather quickly and impolitely as you did. I know how to enjoy my vacation. In short, I haven't left." Bond then put his arm around Barbara. They started to walk away from the crowds in the airport and soon were on a path to a nearby beach.
"Beautiful. Of course, not as nice as our other spot. But something about it just screams relaxation. Then again, maybe it should be more of a whisper. In any way, you might be able to help me. You see, I'm looking for someone."
Barbara laughed quietly at Bond's request. "Haven't you found someone?"
"I'm looking for someone that I don't think I'll be very fond of. A man by the name of Albert Wilson."
Barbara then took Bond's arm off her shoulders and walked around to the front of him. She stared directly into his eyes. "Why, James, you're not looking for him. He's looking for you." Just then, a section of a path started to move, and Bond and Barbara started to descend lower into the ground. The piece of pathway was some form of lift that brought Bond and Barbara to a subterranean tunnel. Bond immediately reached for his weapon, but emerging from the darkness was a man who knocked the weapon out of Bond's hand. Bond resorted to swinging his fist in the man's general direction, with no effect. Barbara tried to hold Bond down, but he turned on her and slapped her across the face.
"Forget it, Mr. Bond. You will come with us."
"Do as he says, James," Barbara confirmed. Bond looked at both the man and Barbara and only raised an eyebrow in reluctant agreement. The three proceeded down a dark hallway with only the occasional static glitch from a light to show where they were going. Reaching the end of the hallway, the three approached a tall wooden door. The man opened the door and let Bond and Barbara in. Inside the door was an ornate room. A few paintings and photos of some of the greatest minds hung on the walls. The only difference from these and others that hang anywhere else were that these had giant, sloppily painted X's on them. At one end of the room sat a desk. The desk was covered in monitors and screens. Some were even on posts behind the desk. Also behind the desk sat a chair with a man behind it. The man had a slightly enlarged head, and when he noticed he had guests, he slowly turned in the chair to face them. "Good afternoon, Mr. Bond. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Albert Wilson. I am Dr. Know-It-All."